Hey, and welcome to Factorio. My name is Brune, and we are playing Exotic Industries, an overhaul mod for Factorio. In the last episode, we just finished this giant monstrosity of a build, which is the green circuits build. Everything on this side, on the left side over here, should be balanced, yep, and it produces 2 chips a second. So each one of these things is making 1 chip a second, or each one of these steam assemblers. So technically, once this all gets fired on, we should have 4 a second coming down. Now, what we're going to work on next is trying to set up a sort of ceramic and can't remember the other item. Let me see what it's called here. Industrial glass. So if I remember correctly, for this amount, actually I don't remember, we need 2 a second of each for this amount here. So let's start building some of those machines here and see what this area is going to look like here. Okay. Ceramic, I know, at least I thought it was made in this, yes, ceramic. And the industrial glass is made in the furnace. Great, so we'll need coal for that. But that should be easy. I mean, that's just one simple thing. I mean, we essentially could make an industrial glass thing just like this, which is great. Well, no, actually, because it will take in stone and output sand. So it occurred to me the other day that because we can make stone wherever we want with these stone quarries, we have the ability to where was I at? Trying to find the sand. Yeah, we have the ability to basically like make the sand ingredient right there on site, instead of having it be ported in like how we have sand on the bus up there. So I kind of want to look at that here for a second and kind of incorporate, see what it would look like to incorporate some of these things into here. So we need crusher for this. Sand. So now let's see here. 1 sand a second. This makes 1 sand a second. Okay, so that's a 1-to-1. Perfect. Let's just put this like so for now. Oh, okay, so interesting too. So this has 2 different steam inputs, because this one actually takes in steam as an ingredient and steam as a power source too. That's pretty cool. Let's grab our stone quarries. Yeah, we have those in the hotbar down here. So now, does this actually tell me? It does. It makes half a stone a second. And this thing, oh, please tell me. Yes, it does. So we just need to get coal into here, right? Because it needs, yeah, it just needs a fuel source. And then we're good to go. Then we got this chain exactly like so. We can have inserters going in on them like that. trying to think maybe, or how we want to, where we want to put the output of this, because if we have it on this side, we could, yeah, let's keep it like this on this side, because, well, no, actually, I think it would be better to be able to, oh, I just got like something in my eye for a second. Okay, I think it would be beneficial to maybe even put it right here. Use a long-handed inserter, and then have it the power on, or the use like a T-junction to keep them from connecting, and then use undergrounds, essentially. Or maybe just use straight pipes to prevent it from connecting to any of these regular pipes here. So I think that's kind of, yeah, I like that plan, because I want to be able to separate the input from the power source. You know, I mean, I suppose it's actually not that important as long as we're putting enough in, but I think these things, yeah, I think if we calculated it, only one steam boiler thing can make, or can support 4 of these. So we'll need, yeah, 1 for every 4. Yeah, so moving on to the next portion of the build. We don't need any extra of those. I thought I had some of them in my inventory. Nope, actually I do need some. We can build the industrial glass portion. So I like that this setup here is a 1-to-1. That feeds that exactly. So, and we, however much sand we need, we just put 1 of those there, we're good to go. So this I'll need to put some sand in here to get things started. Can I make a burner crusher? Do I even have that? Burner assembler, steam assembler. Nope, no such thing as a burner crusher. Do I have sand anywhere else already? No. And there's no water connected here. We'll probably take a water source from down over yonder here on the menu map. But let's see here. Because I need to get sand into this to make it work. So we will, I guess, just be forced to kind of make one here. And we can probably bring water up and maybe get some power on this, and then we could throw some power on that quick. So we're gonna have to bring it up here anyways. Let's see, can I make one of the water pumps? Yes. Do I have enough undergroundies? Yes. Am I already grabbing it? Yeah, I am already grabbing water. That's hilarious. I forgot about that. Well, it was a good idea. Good thinking, past me. Let's see here. So that goes all the way up. And then, yes, that connects into the bus up here. That was essentially our water bus. Up there at the top. Okay, so I can just bring water down from that to power the steam. And let's bring it right down through here. I like this. Not sure how many steam guys I'll need here. Let's see here. This was copper plates. Or no, this was copper bars and iron bars and the things that we're making over there. So there's no coal or anything coming in here. So I'll have to like extend the coal down this way. Do I want to try and sneak them in here? I actually don't think so. There's no room to grow on either side. So what I think I want to do is slap it on the side here. We will get coal coming in here. And it'll power it like that. It's a shame there isn't long-handed burners. Or not burners. Long-handed, yeah, long-handed burners so you could make this the other way around, but that's alright. Let's connect in the water. Oh no, right through my personal area. Not my personal space. Water, and the coal will be coming down where? Right up 2 away from the water. Right in the middle of this cliff. Perfect. So let's just snake it down this way, I think. That seems good to me. Interesting. Oh, I must have accidentally... It was going the wrong way, but I think I like went... When I clicked R, went this way once and then went back. Yeah, that's definitely what happened. Okay. Coal. Fantastic. You know, and we probably can just get away with sending a half a belt down here. Oh. There we go. Because then I can just do the same on that side, a nice little half belt down that way. And I have no idea how many this is going to take, so what I'm thinking is I'll just start with like 4. We'll go from there. That's been a good number so far. Worked pretty well for the steel area too. I don't need that much steam, but there we go. Oh yeah, and then they feed each other. Do I want that? No, because I want to balance them side per side. So we just take this portion, flip it, can drop it right down over here. Put our coal belt, build the boilers we forgot. Let's see here. Yep, that's all right. I'll go bring the coal down while this is... While my little hero down here is building the stuff in his inventory. Oh. Had all this nice spacing planned out already. In case anything needs to come through there. Oh, and that's where I'm splitting up. I don't need to jump over the coal belt there. Alright. Oh, and then we're going to do a little half belt again. Half belt. Now, oh, and I need to bring the water down. The water will be 2 over from this. 1, 2, right there. Ooh, and then, so we need to move that back. So I can go like so. Perfect, we got water going. There, they are powered up. So now I suppose I should be able to check here. We're making enough steam with 4 of those. Yeah, we're making 187 too much. Does one boiler feed all of this? I'm actually curious. If I take these off, no. Run our calculation here again. Yeah, one of those feeds all of them. So actually the 4 is perfect because I was planning on quadrupling this part here. So that preemptively makes enough steam to cover everything we got going on there. So now, to get back to what we were doing here, I could have just even done the calculations. I don't know why I was so bent out of shape about just bringing some steam over here for this, but I was committed, and so I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to throw some coal in here. Watch it give us some of that stuff, and put some coal in here. All right. Let's see what we're working with this ratio here. So far we're making 0.688 too much a second. And this is what, making 1 a second. So I think this is kind of the same situation we had with the steel, where this can support 2 of them with some extra. I could probably grab some. Oh no, all the stone's getting consumed immediately. Right, I can grab some stone from there. So now I should be in a pretty good range. Well, actually, no. Can it do 3? Now I am very curious. Am I actually out of steam inserters? Wow, I finally ran those dry. Can I quickly make one? Yes. Just needed one more to do this very weird setup. But this will work. I just need to connect it in, put some coal in there. One to 3. Interesting. Curious if that's actually what's going on over at the steel. Might need to optimize that a little better here. But that means we can design something just like this. What if, say, we were just like this? You know, I kind of like the idea of mirroring this. So let's do it go. So 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, and then I don't have those steam inserters. Let's take a quick trip to the mall. Let's double check. Oh my gosh, I'm getting pretty low on everything here. We'll just restock on all that stuff. Man, I got a lot of wood and extra ingredient things I definitely don't need. How are we doing on pipes? We're doing great on pipes. How are we doing on everything here? We don't need anything, any of this train stuff. There's tons of boilers. I'm actually gonna grab that. I'm gonna grab those chests too. Or those furnaces. Okay. Back over to the blueprint zone. Okay, we can imagine that like this isn't here, because this, I would prefer if it just butted right up next to another one. So I imagine it'll be like this. No, and actually this one is in one. Sand. And another stone quarry. Makes me wonder if there's possibly a tighter solution here. Well, yeah, it would take another steam inserter, but we could do a thing like so. Do the same kind of maneuver. No, I don't think we don't need to worry about that. We're not putting any sort of weird arbitrary restrictions on ourselves here. We're just trying to get through this challenging mod. Okay, let's keep going with the ghosts, because I doubt this will be right here. And it's kind of the best way to connect all of these. So what I'm imagining is that, oh, this does stick out one pass there. Ooh, but then that'd be ugly with two pipes between it. You see what I'm saying? Oh wait, no. If you did, oh, but then that takes the ratio off. See, we put this one here. And I was trying to think about how to connect this again. Imagine if there was like a pipe, or just imagine that potentially there'd be pipes coming all the way down the center here. Each one of these lanes just like this, but with two pipes, it'd be really weird. So what I think is probably the best choice here is just connect those up like that. And maybe even do an underground, or do something like that, so I can have one going all the way down that way, one that's kind of going down and powering all of this stuff. Okay, so we got that. Great. So now this is making just shy of 1 a second. And how many did we actually need over here for our setup? We need 2 a second for one of these. So that'd be 4 a second, and then times 4, we would need 16 a second. So that's actually a full belt. Roughly. I mean, that's just shy of a full belt, so that actually works out perfectly, but that means we will need to make 2 lanes. Because if I need a full belt of both of those resources coming to feed both of these, I can't do it on just the one here. So copper's coming in that way. This is where these parts are going to be coming in. So we're going to do something like this. Glad I left this space between these and didn't just stack it up. And actually, we'll get rid of that. This will just be I'll do the splitting before this, and it'll just be the straight 2 lanes going right where they need to go. Alrighty. So if one of these does just shy of a, let's see here. Is this multiplying it the whole way up? Yes, it is. That's cool. So we need a total of 16 a second of each. Well, we can only do 15 a second, honestly, though, because of the belt structure here. So 16 of these, 48, and we should be able to get a full belt. Oh, but that's correct. We're getting slag out, so we can't even get a full belt out of this. That's hilarious. Okay. Let's build it so that it should be able to handle this amount if we can get faster belts, which I think, yeah, we'll just use like essentially the one size up for this stack, and until we get all the way to the late game furnaces and late game belts. Yeah, I think that'll be the plan here. So this will be like a really crazy kind of furnace stack because I'm going to have coal coming down this way. Or wait, let's see here. I can build this the other direction. Coal will be coming this way. So I think I'm just going to put it all in line with all of my other things over here. And then we'll have this stuff coming out that way. So now I should be able to grab this, rotate it, and it should be just a perfect flip. Okay, and I need 48. How many do I have here? 24? Oh, so I just have to double this. Let's see here. Grab it right there. I think that should do her. So now, that makes me wonder if I should try and put this all the way below the steel here. And I think so. I'm going to give myself essentially like this entire thing's length of... Yeah, I can line it off those things there. The entire length of this in space. With even +2. Yeah, that's how I'll do it. Okay, so then there we go, and then I'll delete all of this. Because I don't want to. I forgot about all the trees and rocks and things. Let's click through this real quick. You can actually make a delete planner. It's kind of like essentially a blueprint. I know I will want to make one at some point, but ones that like essentially get rid of only trees or only ghosts or trying to just pick up things on the ground. Like there's all sorts of like weird things you can do with the delete planner. So like if I like grab this, I can put this in here just like a blueprint and then give it settings and all sorts of stuff. Okay, and then we need to double this up, and there's our lane. This is right where it's actually gone. So this tree can kick rocks because I need to start building this. Actually, you know, this is I've been having way too long episodes. I think I've been trying to keep them between 20 and 30, and they've been going well into like 40 minutes or longer. But that's just the fault of having fun. I can't help that. So I will wrap it up here and head to the next one where we will build this and then move on to the ceramic build. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next one.